Okay, guys, so Tim here and Devin, and we're just checking in to answer a question that Joseph had in Leaflet. And it's a little bit of a tricky one. He encountered a bug where if he navigates away to another page, the username information that we've been gathering and putting in Firebase doesn't show up again when he comes back. So here's what he says. He says, there's a delay in populating the username. I need to refresh the screen for the right info to get displayed. So let me show you what he's talking about. If we head on over here to Joseph's project, I'm going to log out here so that I can log in. So I log in and everything's good. I get the username information showing up here. But if I navigate to another page like this and I come back again, it's not there anymore. I mean, it is still functional and it's not throwing any kind of an error. I can even update the username, like if I do this, it's updating and I can see that it's updating in the console, but if I go somewhere else again and I come back, boom, it's not there. So that is the problem that Joseph has identified here. So I did a bit of research and I have come up with a solution for this, but it's a little bit tricky and it gets into the way that the React component lifecycle works. So if we take a quick look at the docs for the React component lifecycle here, we can see that we've been using the constructor, we've been using the render as well, but to fix this problem, I had to make use of two additional parts of the lifecycle. I had to use the component will receive props, and I had to use the component did update. And there's a reason for that. So let me jump back to the class example here, and I can show you where I'm using those things. So right here in the load user data, what Joseph is seeing is that this set state right here is basically not getting called when he navigates away to another page and comes back again.
Right.
The reason for that is the order that the mounting of the component takes place, right? So the first time that you arrive on the page, the component is mounted or you know, shows up on the screen prior to the data coming in from Firebase.
Okay.
But when you navigate away and come back again, the component did mount actually happens after the information arrives from Firebase. Basically figured that one out just through trial and error.
Yeah.
So to fix that one, we're using this component did mount here. So in our load user data, we basically had to take a little variable here and put the username information in there, and then inside the component did mount, call set state. This covers the scenario where if you navigate away and you come back again, it will refresh the state after the component's mounted so that the username shows up.
Right.
But there's one more scenario as well, which is kind of forcing me to use one more part of the life cycle. This is the case of where you log out, you don't leave the page, and then you log back in again.
Okay.
So in that case, the constructor is not getting called because it's not the first time it's being instantiated. The component did mount is not happening because it's not remounting. It's just there still because you didn't leave. But the props are changing because the authentication state has changed. So in that case, we had to make use of one more thing up here, which is the component will receive props, right? So this is being used to call the load user data again, which then causes the thing to refresh. So let's give it a try. I'm going to log out and I'll log in. just like that. So there we got the username. Now if I navigate somewhere else and I come back again, there it is. So 2 scenarios covered. If I log out and I log back in again, then boom, it appears.
Okay.
So we seem to have covered all the scenarios here. So a little bit tricky there. And I'm not 100% convinced that my solution is the best solution. It's working. I'm not really doing anything totally wrong here, but I do want to get another set of eyes to look at it. So Devin and I decided we're going to send this one off to Adam, who is out in BC right now skiing, but he likes a challenge and he's checking in regularly. We'll get him to take a look in it with a fresh pair of eyes and cast his vote on whether this is a good solution or not. So stand by, guys, and we will make sure that you see Adam's feedback on this as well. In the meantime, do take a look at the class example here. It's been updated to cover this bug that we've discovered. And if you want to get the solution that we have right now implemented, feel free. If you want to wait for Adam to weigh in, then that's cool too. Either way, we'll look forward to seeing your solution to this problem. And we'll be back in touch soon on this one. Okay, guys? So, stand by. But for the moment, it's Tim and Devin checking out. Talk to you soon.